Good morning. My name is Gene Gable. I'm the president of Seybold Seminars. And I want to thank everybody for coming. We know it wasn't easy for some of you to make it here today, and we really appreciate the effort. Yesterday we made the announcement that because of the events of the last few weeks, there would have to be some natural changes in our lineup of programming and some of our speakers. This morning I was supposed to be introducing live via satellite from Paris, France, Apple CEO Steve Jobs. I hope you won't be too disappointed that instead I'd like to introduce live via stage right Apple CEO Steve Jobs. Thank you, Steve.
Good morning. Thank you. Good morning. I was supposed to be in Paris today for Apple Expo Paris, which unfortunately, given the events of the last week and a half, we decided it was best to cancel. So I could be here today. But when I was going to be in Paris, I asked Phil Schiller, one of my close colleagues and Apple's vice president of worldwide product marketing, to give this keynote. And Phil's done a great job preparing a keynote, so I just wanted to say a few words and get off the stage and let Phil get up and give his great keynote. We have some of the best hardware we've ever had. We've got the fastest personal computer in the world, Power Mac G4. We've got the best and fastest portable in the world with the titanium PowerBook G4, and we got the incredibly successful iBooks. But if you asked what's the most important strategic thing we are doing at Apple right now, the most important thing of the company is Mac OS X. Mac OS X is the first major overhaul of the Mac platform, really in many ways since 1984. And what we have done with Mac OS X was what everyone said was impossible. We have married the power, the openness of Unix, all open source, with the elegance and simplicity of the Macintosh and the Macintosh's extremely powerful and broad applications platform and thousands or tens of thousands of applications. We have married these two things together. No one thought it was possible. Even some folks at Apple didn't think it was possible in the first few years. We've managed to do it, and it's great. And what's resulted has been the platform that we're going to build on for the next 15, 20 years. We shipped Mac OS X on March 24th. Wasn't perfect. We said it would, at that time, we said it's going to take us 12 months to complete the transition to Mac OS X. And one way to look at that, 12 months is like 12 hours on the face of a clock, with noon being March 24th. Well, 6 months has passed since March 24th. So we're at 6 o'clock now. We're halfway through the transition. Now, Avi's software team didn't stop after they shipped Mac OS X in March 24th. They didn't go off and take vacations because they knew we weren't finished yet. They knew there were going to be issues from users and from developers. And these guys have worked like crazy in the last 6 months. And we've shipped 4 software updates over our Internet software update mechanism. It's worked beautifully. But today, we're going to announce the first major upgrade to Mac OS X, version 10.1, and it's come out spectacular. We've shown this, everybody we've shown it to has one word, first word out of the mouth, awesome. The performance is spectacular. We've filled in the missing features, not only DVD playback, but things like burning DVDs right from the desktop with 4.6, whatever it is, gigabytes of data right from your desktop. Things like that. It is awesome. And it's going to be in stores for you to get this Saturday. Okay? We will actually be in stores with our first major upgrade to Mac OS X before the Windows XP upgrades are even in the stores for their first rev. So Saturday, September 29th, in stores. The price, macOS 10 costs the same $129 that we announced it at. But if you already own macOS 10 and you want us to ship you a new disk, it's not a small release we can download over the internet. We've changed so much stuff that it's a CD. You can get that CD if you already own macOS 10 for $19.99 by going to the Apple Store, going to any dealer. We'll be glad to ship you one. Or you can go to your dealer and get a free upgrade to macOS 10 starting this Saturday for the next month. It's good through the end of October. You can get a free upgrade. You can walk out with a disk or a package in your hand, take home. You can bring your portable in and upgrade right on the spot. It's free to all macOS 10 owners. So macOS 10.1, major upgrade. If you're a 10 user, you're going to love this. If you're not a 10 user, now is the time to become one. This is the mainstream release. We are now beyond the early adopters. This is the release that everybody's going to end up using, and we're extremely proud of it. So here we are at 6 o'clock. What's going to happen over the next 3 months to get us to 9 o'clock or the end of this calendar year? One simple thing, and that's applications. There's already about 1,500 apps shipping for macOS 10, but some of these are shareware apps. Some of these are not the most important apps we use every day. And most of the important apps we use every day are going to ship macOS 10 native in the next 3 months, before the end of this year. Possibly the most important macOS 10 app, the single most important, is Office for macOS 10. Microsoft has announced that they are going to be shipping Office for macOS 10 in November.